Do you have trouble gift shopping? Is it stressful? We are going to talk about the best and the worst gifts on the next episode of Chick Chat and Chill. Tune in.
Hi, and welcome to Chick Chat and Chill. I'm Antoinette. I'm the owner of Pixel This, which is a full-service design firm. So whether you need logos or advertising for a big or small company, we got you covered. But first, let me introduce Laura, and then we'll deep dive into gifts.
Hi, I'm Laura Fickett. I own Fickett Financial Education and Business Coaching, where we love to help people become wealthy. I do free consultations if you want to set one up, because we're coming into the holiday season. We're recording this podcast in November, and really financial stress is going to be on the rise. So don't be one of those people that's stressed about finances. Call me. We'll do a free consultation. I'll see how I can help, because when we talk about gifts, they cost money. They cost a lot of money. I actually asked my kids, what gifts were the best? And sorry about that. And they said electronics. Antoinette, I don't agree with that sentiment. Do you?
I think it depends. You know what I mean? I think it depends what age group you're at. Like, if I gave my mom electronics, I don't think it'd be her best gift. But,
No.
sometimes they get to that point, and a lot of times I think it depends what you gave them prior years. So they might think it's safer. Like, I know for a while, like when I was a kid, I would just get clothes. And I was like, I want something fun. Like, you have to dress me as a parent. Like,
That's how my 22-year-old feels. He's like, I don't want clothes for a gift. It's not a gift. You have to dress me anyway. Well, now at 22, it is a gift.
yeah.
Because I don't have to dress you at 22. Hello.
Yeah.
I do enjoy getting clothes.
Yeah.
Because
It's different as an adult. Like I said, I think it's age related.
yeah,
to
I
a
don't
certain
think I would
extent.
enjoy electronics. But one thing we were discussing, is that we have this app that's kind of like a gift registry that my daughter set up, my 24-year-old daughter, and people put what they want on there. And so my son's girlfriend, she said, I don't really like it because if I think of something, I hear you say something. So, for example, I literally just said, I want an attachment that goes onto my KitchenAid mixer that spits out rotini, like elbow pasta. I have one that does spaghetti and linguine, and flattens the dough, but I don't have one that makes all the shapes, kind of like, it's like a Play-Doh Fun Factory. I want a Play-Doh Fun Factory as an adult. This is the adult equivalent of Play-Doh Fun Factory. Okay. But I said, I'll put it on the gift app. And she's like, if you had just said it and I thought about it and then I bought it for you, I feel like it has more meaning than you put it on the app and then somebody buys it for you. And I totally
I agree.
I agree.
100% agree. I think other than like a shower gift registry, where you might not know that person
Or
very
baby
well,
gift.
or
Yeah.
baby gift, but when it comes to like your own family for Christmas, I think part of the joy of gift is, number one, being surprised what you're opening. And number two, really doing kind of the research and like, oh, I just got the best idea. Like, if I'm looking on a list, I'm never really
This
thrilled with
this
giving.
app was
Yeah.
clearly invented by men.
Could be.
I don't know what to buy you. Just give me a list.
Although your daughter's the one who,
Well, she likes very specific things.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess here's the thing about gift giving. It's kind of like we talked about the electronics. I think if it's tailored to the person,
yeah,
right? I don't want cash.
Yeah.
Because then it's just going to end up on groceries or something. It's not,
yeah.
I don't like cash, but some people do like cash.
Yeah.
So it is tailored to my daughter wants specific things. She doesn't want mom to shop for clothes for her because there's no way I'm buying her a bathing suit when I pick it out that doesn't cover her entire body. Right? She'd be like, Mom, I understand potatoes used to go in this set, but I don't.
Well, one thing that I like when I was thinking about this episode, I was trying to think in my mind, what is the definition of a gift? So I wrote it down.
No,
I just
she prepared.
I prepared on my little notepad that I had in. the appropriate size.
You take pride in your gift. Oh, put this down.
But I said something that they would love that they can't or won't buy for themselves or don't know about.
Ah, that is the perfect definition of a
To
gift.
me, that's what a gift is. And I think if you're ever in your mind going, should I? If it doesn't meet that criteria, then it's not a gift.
Yeah, that is perfect. That's a great idea because I was thinking of some of the gifts that I thought were great gifts. So my husband bought me Uggs. I originally thought that these were ugly. That's what I thought it stood for. Like, but I tried them on at Chris. He bought them for me. I tried them on. My feet are notoriously freezing, according to him. Please. He probably wishes I wore these Uggs in bed instead of putting my feet directly on his body. But really, like when I tried them on, I was like, wow, these are like slippers that I can wear out all the time. Now, they're not as useful in Florida, to be fair, but I never would have bought it for myself.
Yeah.
It was something thoughtful because he knows my feet are always cold. And it was something that's like cozy, but yet I could still wear out.
Yeah.
It met the criteria of a gift.
Yeah.
But now these gift registries and things like that, like
Yeah,
they
I'm not a
don't
fan
meet
of those.
they don't meet the idea of a gift.
No.
Like even gift cards actually don't meet the idea of a gift.
No. I mean, to me, it's very impersonal if you do those things. Like like I didn't know what to buy, so here. Like it almost seems like you took the easy way out, or lazy shopping, or um, you know, I mean, well, let's talk about some of the worst gifts we got, or like
Oh,
some bad ones, or
yeah.
and why there were. Like
I've gotten some bad ones.
one that comes to mind. It wasn't something that I particularly got, but it was one of those white elephant, gift exchange things. So you're supposed to. Our thing was, I think, $50 was the thing. So you're supposed to buy a gift, up to $50, and then people. You don't know what's in the gifts. You wrap it, and then someone gets it and opens it.
For those of you up north, it's a Yankee swap.
Yeah, Yankee swap.
But,
I heard of it as I call it the dirty Santa, but whatever. But
oh well, I don't know what gifts you're exchanging at Christmas time, but
we have our different things. But anyway, so I went to one of these, and
dirty Santa.
and
swaps.
this is still infamous to this day. So my cousin put $50 worth of stamps in it. Yeah, and this was her gift. And she's like, "Oh, but it's useful. You always need stamps." Now, this
How long ago was this? I need to know the date. This is
It was-
1999,
no,
maybe.
it was like 5 years ago.
Oh, come on now.
Now that's a terrible gift. Like
Stamps.
stamps.
Unless they were like the unique ones
No.
people collect or whatever.
Even
but,
still, like the person who opened it was like a 15-year-old who was like, stamps. Like,
hey, my kids barely even know how to like pull the lever down a mail-in envelope. Never mind put a stamp on it.
but even if it was like in the height of sending mail, it's not a gift. It's not fun. This isn't Christmassy.
I mean, they do come in different like colors and different pictures. Could be. No. A bad gift I got at one of those swaps was a fat separator. The internet space. But wait, there's more. It wasn't just a fat separator. I got 2 pairs along with the fat separator. And they were wrapped in like aluminum foil, all pretty, whatever, like 2 pairs and a fat separator. For those of you that don't know what a fat separator was, because at this point in my life, I didn't know what a fat separator is. It looks like a beaker that you would use in a chemistry set, and you put the liquid in there, and the fat separates from the rest of the liquid, and then you can like take the fat off of the. Ooh, that was clearly a regift.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Like, it's so obvious when things are regifted.
But I don't even know if it was a regift because who would have gifted that person the fat separator?
No, I think they bought it online while they were at 2 a.m.
Maybe they get 2 for the price of 1.
Some compelling infomercial because you can always get 2 for, like, why?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Why not?
and then
That's
they're
a
like,
bad gift.
and that's what they were like, I don't need this. I can give this to someone.
That was a bad gift.
Yeah.
I did gift my son 2 years ago a book in Spanish. That was also a bad gift, but that was an unintentional bad gift because mom just doesn't read, I guess. Like, I had so many opportunities. I purchased it online
And you
and
never
didn't notice. The cover was the cover of the book he wanted. It came in and I unboxed it and put it with the other gifts. Didn't notice it was in Spanish. Then I wrapped it. Didn't notice it was in Spanish. And he opened it on Christmas morning and he was like, "Oh, I like it." But I was like, "But what? That's the one you want." And he's like, "But it's in Spanish." No, I was like, "Oh, that's a bad gift."
Oops. Yeah.
So if
I-
they don't speak a foreign language, don't buy them things in a foreign language.
And another another gift that I think is terrible and people think it's like the best gift ever. And I'm sorry if this offends any moms
It's
out
probably
there.
something I want.
No, but there's a lot of people who they're great parents, they love their kids, but they think gifts with their kids' photos on like mugs and shirts, like I somehow want to wear a sweatshirt.
Shame.
I'm sorry, but that's just like a terrible gift. Like I don't want my coffee mug to be someone else's child or like if you want to do it for yourselves, that's fine, but it's just a weird gift for other people. Just saying.
Well, I, I think there's, I think I gave my daughter a coffee mug and it's personalized and it has pictures of like the whole family on it and stuff like that. Like,
Just saying.
we're drinks out of it all the time. We're a close family.
Yeah, when you're in the room.
She said she loved it.
No, but it's one of those or like for me, I'm very I'm artistic, I'm artsy. So when people get me very specific things like decor or something like that and they don't know my style or just that's kind of
What if they gave you like a hammock?
that'd be perfect.
Oh, all right. Just making sure. I don't see that hung up at her house. Like, problems. But really, it does go back to like your definition
Yeah.
that it has to be something that the person wouldn't buy for themselves, that they would like. And so you do have to, it's always specific.
Yeah.
The problem is, how do you buy for those people that, the bad gifts, I guess, come with no information, right? Maybe you don't know somebody really well or no thought or somebody's like particularly hard to buy for. I think like some bad gifts that I've received, I have to think like in my head who watches this podcast in my family.
Just let it go. It's like a Band-Aid.
Don't buy me sheets for my bed,
Okay.
especially if I have a king size bed and you bought queen.
Yeah. I had just going back to my other one, I saw my cousin.
Sorry.
I'm sorry to throw my cousin's friend down the thing, but someone gave my cousin sheets with her dog's photo as large as a king size
Oh my
on
God.
every pillow, every this. And she loves her dog, but she was like,
That's the thing is if you collect one thing, then people latch on to that one thing. That's a bad gift.
Yeah.
Like I had a boxer and I love boxers. I think they're like nice looking dogs and whatever, but I don't want like a boxer apron and a boxer oven mitts and like a boxer mug and I'm not a collector. Like my mom was a hoarder and I don't like to collect things. So like don't buy me stuff like that. If I was a like pet crazy person and you saw I had like I guess if you see somebody has like 5 or more of something,
yeah,
and you know that they're actively collecting it, then buy them more for the collection. But don't get them started on a collection that they did not ask for.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the other thing I think there's two different types of people. Like there's
you and me.
But like when it comes to gifts, they're those people that look at price tags. They're very like monetary driven, status driven, that type of thing. And there are those other people that like things that are a little bit more practical, something that they could use or there's, you know what I mean? And I'm not to say that each camp doesn't like something from the other. But when you're thinking about a gift to give somebody, at least kind of see what camp they fall into. So for example, like I have this relative that's all about, somebody will walk in and you're like, "Oh, he was cute." "Oh, I don't know. He was wearing such and such shoes." Like, and she couldn't even get to the face because and there are people like that, unfortunately, but
I don't think you should buy shoes for people. I think that's a bad
well,
gift.
actually, no, I have an exception to the rule.
Okay.
So, um, I was at when I go shoe shopping, it's almost like when I walk in the door, like God's light almost shines down on a pair in the corner, and I'm like, and I go running over to it, and it's always the most expensive pair. I'm
It's
like,
in a glass case.
I'm like, I didn't realize shoes can cost, four figures. But I remember I found this pair of boots that were like gorgeous. They were like suede with fur that was probably like young
The
ponies.
boots with the fur,
Exactly.
the whole looking at her.
So I love the boots. And then I saw the price tag and I was like, oh my God, there's no way I'm gonna buy this. And my boyfriend was like, no, you should get it. And I was like, no, 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 I'm not gonna buy it. So he went and he knew he wasn't gonna convince me. He's like, I'll buy it. I'm like, no, no, no. So he just went and bought it and he gave it to me. And at that point he gave it to me and I love the boots. And to this day I love the boots. So that's a different situation. Like I wouldn't just
You
randomly.
you were buying them together. Like you
Yeah.
picked them out.
Yeah, like, I mean, I got them a couple weeks later, but, it
Yeah,
was
I don't think boots or shoes or something. I
No.
think that's a bad gift.
Yeah,
In
in
general.
general.
Unless they ask for them. Unless you know that those are the specific ones. I
Yeah.
think that's a bad gift.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because even if you know their size and they're like, oh, those would look so cute on you. Like, no. Even kids.
Yeah.
I remember I bought my daughter a pair of shoes when she was younger and I thought they were so adorable and they stayed in the box under her bed, as far under her bed as possible, and she never wore the darn things. Like shoes, bad gift. Don't ever buy shoes unless they ask for them.
This is a funny story. So I remember my sister's son, he was little, I'm maybe 5 or 6 or something like that. And I gave him a gift for I think it was his birthday, and I gave him a gift and he's like, "Oh, what'd you get me?" And I go, "Socks and underwear." Like, just kidding. And he just literally just like and he like ran out of the room and he's like, "I hate you, mom." And I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "What was that about?" Like, cause like I always tease like my brother's kids, you can't really go back and forth teasing. Where my sisters, you can always kind of do that. So she's like, "Oh," she goes, "It was just her husband's birthday and everyone kept asking, what does he need?" And she goes, "I told everybody he needed socks and underwear because he
Oh,
really did." So when he kept opening all his gifts, it was like socks and underwear. And he was just like, what is going
oh,
on? So the son thought she did it to him too. I was like, I'm like, Daniel, I was just teasing. I'm like,
I feel like socks and underwear is only like like husband, wife, mother, child. Like you don't buy socks and
No.
underwear for other people. That's a no.
no, that's
Oh.
what.
Here's a bad one.
What?
So my son, when he was younger, he liked canned raviolis. Now, no judgment here because I'm all Italian. I did not get him into this canned ravioli obsession. There's no way Chef Boyardee does not make it into my home. This is on his dad's side of the family, okay? His grandmother on that side of the family got him cans of Chef Boyardee
Oh my God.
for Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bad gift.
Yeah.
Like, if you know somebody likes something like that, especially kids, like, don't buy them food. Or I'm an adult. Don't buy me food either, unless it's like some novelty food, like a certain candy I like or something like that. But don't buy me like canned goods or chicken.
Well, the other thing, like, I wanted to bring out, because like people do this a lot for like Valentine's Day, or they'll get chocolates or whatever. And I remember this is a gift that when I was thinking about like some of the best gifts I got. So I remember when I had COVID, I got it really bad. Like I was out for the count. I was sleeping 20 hours a day. I couldn't even stand upright. And the company, my main client that I was servicing at that point, sweetest people, but they had a tendency, they would always bring in sweets, or if something happened, they'd send somebody some kind of, it was someone's birthday, it was always cupcakes or what, it was just always
Sugar.
around sugar related.
Yeah.
And so when I got sick, they were like, "Oh, we should really send her something." And this one girl, Michelle, who was like my buddy, she's like, she's not gonna enjoy the typical, like, she's like, why don't we get her
A
they got me,
fruitcake?
like they gave me, like, the softest possible blanket on the planet and these really
Ah,
soft socks. So, again, this was the thing, but I was so sick and it felt so good, and I was like and that stuck with me because, like, when you're, like, on death's door, believe me, that went way better than
sugar that would have
sugar.
made you even sicker.
Sicker, yeah. So there's things like think about what you're actually doing. Like I'm a big believer, like I'm a health nut. So I have a problem giving gifts that's gonna make a person unhealthier than you know what I mean? That they'll actually contribute to the demise of this person's health.
Okay.
Like unless it's like one of those like, hey, we're doing a
No Reese's peanut butter cups in my future.
unless you put it on your gift registry and give me an ass. But, it's one of those that I thought it was, it was obvious that they put thought into that.
Yeah, it's true. That's what I like thoughtful gifts, but I like experiences.
Yeah.
I think experiences are great gifts as long as it's like, don't take me to, a NASCAR race. I don't watch NASCAR. So like, don't take me. I probably could enjoy it because Antoinette and I could like enjoy being in a, with in a paper bag. Like we could have fun anywhere, but like really put a little bit of thought into the experience. Like my husband likes live theater. Like if I buy him tickets to go to live theater or we went to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra
Yeah.
or like things like that, like experiences. I love experience gifts. I think they're fantastic, but I would never buy my husband like tickets to go to an escape room. He's claustrophobic. He does not enjoy that kind of stuff. That would be a nightmare. Like it'd be like, hey, here, Merry Christmas. Here's a ticket to an MRI. Like this.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Have your brain scanned.
But like I was talking to somebody and they were just having trouble with their like elderly parent. Like, what do you get them? They were like turning 90, like, what do you do? And I kind of said the same thing. I go, if they're the person who has everything, then don't get them a thing. Give
Take
them an
them somewhere.
experience, I go, especially with if they're older or there's something like that, they probably they would love to go do something with you. So the two of you get massages or the two of you go do something. And not only do they get an experience that they wouldn't have bought for themselves, but they get a new memory with you that's positive and uplifting. And those are phenomenal gifts.
Unless they have Alzheimer's, then you can just buy them the same thing you bought them last year. That was a joke. Didn't mean any harm by it. Just put disclaimers in our stuff.
You can even swap it, take it out of their house and rebend.
She always takes it to the next level. Really? I mean, you have to go there. Like,
Who was saying?
what do you think about regifting?
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I've done it.
Who hasn't done it?
Well, I think everyone's done it, but
what are you gonna do with a gift that you don't like?
It's tough because like you'll get something and you're like, it's not a bad gift. It's just not a me gift. You know what I mean?
But then you think of somebody that it is a me gift for.
Yeah. And then I'm like, they probably would enjoy it. Like in those cases, I regift. But if it's something that I got, I'm just like, it's a bad gift. I'm not gonna pawn it off on somebody else if I thought it's gonna have the same effect.
Well, here's a bad gift. Okay, when you gift somebody something and they forget that you're the person that
Yes.
gave it to them, and then they regift it back to you.
Yeah,
that's a bad gift.
With a little,
you know who you are.
With a little piece of your wrapping paper left.
You know who you are.
Oh,
shame. That's a bad gift.
So, how about what was one gift from your childhood that stuck out?
Oh, man, like I'm the youngest of 7, right? So there wasn't a lot of like good gifts, I suppose. I remember I wanted a Cabbage Patch doll like super, super, super bad, and I got I think it was like a cucumber patch doll or something like that.
It's sewed. It has yarn for hair.
But then they came out with these they were like the animal Cabbage Patch dolls, like they were called like Kusa, or is that like I forget what it was. Anyway, I remember I like visually see him, like he had like Monchi hair and he had like a tiger thing, and so like that was like my favorite. I think one of my siblings got it for me. It was like and it was like an actual Cabbage Patch branded thing. And so, like, nobody, ugh, the young people don't know the Cabbage Patch phrase, how people would get hurt on Christmas, like on Black Friday for
But, yeah,
Cabbage Patch
trampling,
dolls.
yeah.
But yes, it was a doll for me. Like,
For me, I'm the one that came to my mind was I remember there was this big long tube and I thought it was for my mom. And I was like, oh, they bought her a rug. And I can't believe my siblings bought her a rug. And I loved our floors. I'm like, I don't want her to mess it up. And then all of a sudden it comes to Christmas time, gift giving, they give it in front of me. And I'm like, they got me a rug. Oh,
poster.
no, so it was skis.
Oh,
And it was such a like, it was so off the radar. I've never been skiing in my life, but then my brother would take me, like, every weekend, so he just started dating this girl, and she had a brother that was, I don't know, maybe 2 years older than me, so he would take both of us, and we'd all go skiing, and
I am so positive that there are a lot of ski stories that you have at this point in time that are disastrous but funny. Like the second you said skis, my mind immediately went through Antoinette off the trails through the woods,
yeah.
like doing all kinds of crazy
the
things,
first I
going
went
off of a jump, like
I
grabbing onto a pine tree. Like, I don't know.
my first time up, I didn't even get off the ski lift, like, I was just too nervous to get off, so then my brother just grabbed my legs and
See, I knew it. I knew it.
explains everything.
I
So,
knew it.
yeah.
So here's like that was a good gift, right? Because you got to do it with your family. But if there's somebody that's accident prone, maybe don't get them like a hoverboard or like
Yeah.
something that they could injure themselves with, like
Or
sharp objects.
another one of my favorite
I'm not buying her kitchen knives.
no, one of my favorite gifts was I'm really like I'm girly, but I also like build things and I like power tools and all this stuff. So I would always this was many, many years ago, but I was like, "Oh, I had like every screwdriver imaginable, but I'm like, I really want a multi-purpose ratcheting screwdriver with a magnet, but I'll never buy it for myself." And I had all this list of tools I wanted. So my gift was all this like the latest saw and all this, and in it was a safety helmet because I'm so accident prone. So
Yes.
it was funny. So I opened the gift and I was like anxious to go outside and start like sawing things. And they're like, remember to put on your safety helmet. And then I was like, I knew that was just kind of the gag part of the gift. But then next thing I know, I'm like bleeding profusely.
Oh, you didn't wear the helmet?
No, I got cut on my arms.
Oh. Should have went to an armory that was closing down and buy you a whole suit and you could have got it
I
done.
need to put Band-Aids with it.
You know what I think I just thought, like literally it just came to me that people need to be more vocal about the things that they want so that people can gift them those things. Because maybe you never even told anybody that you wanted this specific tool with the magnetic thing and whatever. So maybe we need to be, in order to give good gifts, you have to be more vocal about the things that you like and the things that you want, and then you will receive them because then people hopefully will remember what you talked about.
But then even like there are things that I know with, let's say, my mom or something. I know that there's things like she struggles with or whatever. So when it comes time to gift giving, I'm like, what's something that would make her life easier? And then I'll think of things because she's not going to know the latest and greatest. Like she has a problem with arthritis. So I got her this thing that when she watches TV, she puts it in and massages her hand for her. And it keeps it like more, So it was like something simple, but she uses it literally every day.
Oh, good. It doesn't sound fun at all, but like it's good
No,
gift. Like
but
it's
for
practical.
her, no, it feels good. It's actually like getting a massage,
Nice.
but she loves the thing. I didn't think she'd use it as much as she did.
And it's definitely something she wouldn't have bought for herself.
No, but again, like the main thing is with gifts, look at needs or wants and stuff like that.
And listen.
Yeah.
Listen and get to know the person. We got to wrap things up because like it's time again. I know, but next week, we're going to talk about imposters, not imposter syndrome where you feel like you're an imposter, but imposters, people that go out and about and they say things that are completely wrong, but in an audience, other people believe them. Or like now it's getting to be things that you watch on your phone. It's complete imposter. Like AI has generated it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And it's totally fake.
Yeah. And I feel like this is a new, like, I mean, obviously AI is new, newer with that stuff. But even with people, I think it's one thing that, people lied and been imposters their whole life. But it seems like nowadays people have they don't have their self-filter where they're like, "Oh, can that actually be true? Can you
They don't question it.
No, where now it's just, like, accepted at face value where it seems like, I don't know what's going on, but we need to start questioning things we're told.
Yes. We're going to talk about that next week because
Yes.
it has come up so many times, maybe in your life too, that like it needs to be discussed.
Definitely. So, until then, we'll see you next week, but before then, never stop laughing.
And never stop learning. See you soon.